And when we go, don't blame us, yeah. Sorry, doing a little tide over from the last episode. This has been interesting. It's been fun. I've been enjoying myself for sure.
Future Mike here for some retrospective. I hated editing this. This is way too many videos at once that are all the same damn thing, and it didn't get that many views. I am over this now.
Welcome to the last day, day 10 of 10 albums over 10 days. If this is your first time catching this series, you have 9 other days to catch up on. Go to the link in the description, and there is a playlist that will have all of those other videos in there. This is the last video. Wow, what a time. All right, we're going even further back in time. Middle school, the time when angst is prime. My brother went off to the Marine Corps, and yeah, make all the jokes you want. I don't give a shit. My brother would outsmart you and kick your ass at the same time, and by the end of it, you would thank him for it. He introduced me to Eminem at the age of, fuck, what age was it? I believe it was age 10. He introduced me to Guilty Conscience and the song Stan. When he had gone off to the Marine Corps, I was curious what else he had, but didn't have much more on hand. And it wasn't until I was 19 when I was like, you know what? I should take a deeper dive into Eminem. What album am I getting? And I picked the Marshall Mathers LP. The insane amount of attitude on this album is infatuating. The beats are very simple compared to the very lush, I would say overproduced and over-reverbed sounds of today. The beats are down to earth, punchy, and raw, which really matches Eminem's very raw, pedal to the metal rapping style, both flow and lyrically, on this album. Eminem was a troll before being a troll was really trendy, and he is one of the many figures that kind of ushered that in to popular culture. And if he released this album today, it would not be well received. It is far too edgy. He says too many bad words. Oh, by the way, fuck you and your stupid bad words. It's so hilarious to me seeing him back then, this punk with a lot of attitude, and usually you think punks are relatively non-threatening. Yeah, they're annoying, but they're not going to do any real damage. But Eminem was like the one punk that you believed was going to actually fucking kill you. His delivery of these lines is just so good. His flow and his affect, his articulation is so believable in a fucking maniac way. Comparing that to him today, where he's trying to still live up to that aggressiveness, that real pure anger, and it really comes off as just a weak attempt of a facsimile. If you do not like rap, I highly recommend that you give this album a chance. Its raw intensity and dark humor is enough to entice you for more. You start rooting for the anti-hero partway through this album. The fact that you have these just pure sociopathic, psychopathic songs about just murdering everyone you come in contact with, counterpointed against these very real commentaries on his life and the life of a famous person and the life of a person who grew up incredibly poor and has to deal with the realities of being rich and famous with that background, shows you the two dynamics. The Eminem who wants to intimidate you, but then there's the Eminem who is mature enough to understand what's real and serious and what's not. Some track highlights. Kill You. You don't wanna fuck with Shady. Cause why? Cause Shady gonna fucking kill you. The song is just about him threatening to murder the listener for I don't know how many minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes, and it's fucking hilarious. It's adorable and it's cute and it's murdery. It's great. It's just fun. It's so brutal. And it's also adorable. It's awesome. It's like if Guar designed one of their giant puppets that they use on stage to squirt blood and alien semen all over everyone, but it was a unicorn. Stan. Stan is, I believe, the first Eminem song I ever listened to, and I was really blown away by the slightly exaggerated realism, but also the depth. There's a lot of depth on this track. He plays the persona of one of his own fans. I don't know if this is a true story or not, but I'm sure he's gotten some stuff that's been relatively weird the way that this song is weird. This fan is named Stan, and he is constantly writing Eminem, how Eminem missed him when he went to go see him at a show, and he gets overly sherry about his personal life, kind of creepy, a little bit stalky, and at the end you get the letter back from Eminem. I don't want to spoil what happens in the song just because it is very impactful, and it's very much worth a listen from anyone, from everyone. It's very intense, it's very real. This is one of those tracks where you take a step back and be like, oh shit, like he's not just a punk, like he actually has a heart. He's a real dude. The Way I Am. This song is Eminem's equivalent of My Way by Frank Sinatra. He's just pissed off that everyone is obsessed with following his every move, but then also tells him how he should live his life better and blah, blah, blah. Pretty damn awesome track. Some very raw anger on here, and he's just unleashing it. The beat is so simple. It's so incredibly simple here. It's very dirty, but there's like maybe 6 elements to the entire track. There's not much going on, and it's still incredibly effective. The track Marshall Mathers, this one has a more rock stylized beat to it, similarly to The Way I Am, but this one has more lament about the fact that he remembers himself as Marshall Mathers, this just simple, poor trailer park trash kid who now has become Eminem. Bitch Please 2. This song kicks a lot of ass. Features Dre, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, and I think Nate Dogg as well. So you got 5 badass fucking rappers in total on this track. And it's just got that very West Coast smooth vibe. And the chorus, oh my god, the chorus is so good. You don't really wanna fuck with me. Only bitch that I trust is me. Fuck around and make me bust this he gas the devil that always wanna dance. Ah, damn, I had to bleep one word because, you know, white people can't say that word apparently. Even if they're just singing lyrics back, apparently can't say that word because it conjures up demons from below the depths of reality in which we live. And those demons are called hurt feelings. Yeah, besides the fact that, like, most of the other tracks on this album is just so full of attitude, there's a certain smooth swag to the beat and the flow that's just so like, man, don't fuck with me. I don't give a fuck. I'm seriously so confident I don't give a shit whatsoever about what you have to say about me. Like, it's pretty fucking great. Kim. Ho, 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 ho. So this is where you have that blurred line artistically, where you have the sociopath, psychotic version of Eminem purely blending with the remorseful, true feelings of Eminem into what is easily his scariest track he's ever made. This is 1000% amazing art. So good. I remember multiple breakups where I put this track on, even if it wasn't fully related to me, but I would cry. I would cry while listening to this song multiple times. It's very, very raw. I can't think of a more raw Eminem track, and I can think of very little tracks that are as raw yet actually have real meaning to them. I definitely recommend people listen to this track because it is a hell of an experience. I also warn anyone, it's very, very abrasive and aggressive. It's extremely dark, about as dark as you could possibly fucking get. It's somehow both an audio skit, like a podcast mixed with spoken word, but over top of a gangster rap beat. And holy shit, that piano, like, it starts out with these tiny little chimes that are so cute, and he's talking to his baby daughter Haley, and then it ramps up into this just holy fuck piano. It's a super, like, really jarring moment where you're like, oh, this isn't nice. I was lured into believing that this was supposed to be nice, and something really fucked up's about to happen. If you don't like extraordinarily dark things, I would turn it off when you get uncomfortable. Wow, 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 wow. I think it's his best track. As fucked up as it is, I think it's his best one. And then last, Criminal. The psychopath who is the alter ego, but really more joking and being a troll, comes back in my favorite version of this caricature. The shit that he says in this song is so absurd, and it sounds like he honestly means it when he's saying it, that just partway through, he's saying like all this terrible shit that he's gonna do to people. And you just start laughing. Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell them what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal, I don't gotta say a word. I just flip them the bird and keep going. That'll teach you for knowing I'm a criminal. Ah, it's so good. Such a good chorus. It's catchy as a fuck, man. Don't get me wrong, the real Slim Shady is like, it's a good track, it's a good party track, it's fun. But when you have songs like Criminal, holy fuck, that should have been a hit. But it was way too dark to be a radio hit. Partway through, there's a little skit where he and Dre are in a car. He gets out of the car, goes into a bank, and Dre's like, don't kill nobody this time. He's like, all right. Goes into the bank, points a gun right at this lady, and says, put all the money in the fucking bag, bitch, and I won't kill you. And like, she's doing it, she's freaking out, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. She gives him all the money, and then he still shoots her anyway and says, thank you! Like, it's super fucked up. It's extremely cruel, but the way he says, thank you! You just gotta fucking laugh. Just gotta fucking laugh at it. It's super dark humor. And shit like this nowadays wouldn't be appreciated. Like, there's other tracks by Eminem that really would not be appreciated nowadays, especially Guilty Conscience. Holy fuck. Just don't take it so seriously. It's a waltz around through the mind of a fucking psychopath. We're allowed to do that as long as we don't actually do anything about it. How many people has Eminem psychopathically murdered? Anyway, this album is fucking awesome, and I highly recommend, if you're not into rap. And that does it for this 10 album over 10 day series. This is it. It's over. It's done. What do you guys think of Marshall Mathers LP? What did you think of this whole series? I'm very curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. And this is your last day. Post the last album that impacted you greatly. Post it in the comments befucking-low. And I will see you guys at some point. Rock the fuck on.